Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Car Spec Garage video. Today, we're gonna dive in together in the computer and we're gonna help configure your Model Y, the one that makes the most sense for you, your lifestyle, and your family. So come along on this ride. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna play around on the computer and figure out what's the best car for you. Hang tight. All right, guys, we're here in front of the computer. We got Tesla.com opened up, and we have the Model Y standing or sitting right in front of us. Okay, so let's first talk pricing. That's important for budget, and then we'll talk range. That's the second important part, I feel, on selecting the right electric car, or in this case, the Tesla, and then we'll go through some of the features, talk maybe a little bit about the federal tax credit, and go from there. Okay. All right, so there's three Model Ys, right? So if we come over here on the right side of the screen, we have the standard Model Y. This is the one that I own. It is $47,740, and it has 279 miles of range. And for your performance bus, it'll do 135 miles per hour in 5 seconds, 0 to 60. Then we come down to the Model Y long range. It has 330 miles of range, so it's a good amount more of range. 135 miles per hour, 4.8, 0 to 60. I know you can get the acceleration bundle pack mode or whatever they call it. I think it's around $2,000. You can get that after you purchase the car, so you may want to budget for that if you want the long range but also some extra performance. That'll set you back before the acceleration bundle or whatever they call it is $50,490. And then if you want the Model Y performance, its range, as you can see, is 303 miles, 155 miles per hour, and 3.5, 0 to 60. And that one is gonna go up another 4,000, and that's 54,490. Okay, so there are your three ranges, and then we'll come down a little bit and talk about your options that you have here in a second. Okay, so range. You really have to make a decision for your lifestyle, for your family, trips, or whatever it's going to be, which one you're going to get or want to purchase or need to purchase. But I will tell you this, I own just the standard Model Y, 279 miles of range, and I can promise you I can take this car from my state, my home state of Alabama, and I can drive it clear across the country to California, charge on the way. Not a big deal. Sure, I'll have maybe a few more charging stops along the way, but don't be afraid of the 279 miles of range. If you like me and you're mostly driving city driving around town, you know, kind of near your home base or whatever, 279 miles of range is perfectly fine on a daily basis. All right, so Model Y, you're going to get 330 miles of range. So that's a good amount more. So you kind of have to say, hey, you know, think about it like I travel more than anything. I do want the extra range. Then you can go up and spend a few dollars more and you can get this extra range for, you know, at 330 miles of range more. Or if you can say, I don't care about any of the range. I'm a performance guy and I want the fastest, the quickest Model Y known to man, well then, hey, here you go. You're going to be able to purchase the Model Y Performance. You're going to have 330 miles of range, and the price is $54,490. So there you go. So there's your pricing, and then there's your range on these. Now, I know that you have probably seen this website a million times. Most all of y'all have seen the website a million times, but it's good just to go over it, hear it from a perspective maybe that you didn't think about, and then go from there. So again, I own the Model Y, just the standard one, nothing, no thrills, no frills. It's perfect for us here at the house. All right, so you know, depending on the one that you get, you know, like let's just say the performance, you definitely get an increase in speed. You get 21-inch wheels, and let's see if we can get a different view. And then you get the performance brakes, lowered suspension, so the car is going to sit a little bit lower than the normal ones would. Not that much more, but a little bit. But also with that is going to come harshness of the ride. The ride's going to be a little bit firmer than what you would have in the regular Model Y or the long range. So you got to think about that. It's comfort from a performance standpoint, which one you want. And then you're going to have a carbon fiber rear spoiler, which I think looks great. I'm going to end up getting one for my car. I think it looks really, really good. Okay, so then you've got the $7,500 tax credit. Now this is really going to depend on your income, so you got to look at that. It's going to depend on the price of the car. I think all of these will meet that price, but anything and everything can change almost seems like on a daily basis with these tax credits. So I would look at it, do your research, and then factor in that. So that $7,500, you know, you need to factor in. So if it's a Model Y at $47,740, you're going to subtract $7,500. That's what we did. Our price, I think, was in the $46,000 range, but you're going to get out really around the, you know, in this case, you're going to get out at $40,000 or so, give or take. Mine was a little less than that. So you could have an incredible car for $40,000 or so, and it's going to be state-of-the-art technology, the whole 9 yards. So something to think about. All right, so, and then it comes down to what colors are you want, so, or are you looking at? So you have the Midnight Silver Metallic. You used to could get the pearl white multi-coat, as everybody knows, as just the standard color for the car, no extra cost, but they've changed it. I kind of wish I would have waited because I'd rather have had this color than just the white. Again, when I bought mine, I was just trying to save as much money as possible. I knew it was my daily driver, so I didn't really care. I occasionally take it on trips, but nothing major. So you could also choose the Deep Blue Metallic. That's a $1,000 upgrade. The Solid Black, that's $1,500 upgrade, and then $2,000 upgrade for the beautiful red multi-coat, which if I didn't care for my budget or anything else, this would be the way I'd go. So that's something for you to think about. I'm gonna go back to Midnight Silver for right now. And then you have your wheels. So your wheels are also going to, you're gonna lose range with the bigger wheels. So you get 19-inch Gemini wheels, so that will give you, in this case, in the base Model Y, it's gonna give you the 279 miles. If you go to the 20-inch induction wheels, they look beautiful, really makes the car, I get it, but now you've dropped 10 miles to 269 miles. So that may be an issue for you, that may not be an issue for you. Again, at 269 miles, I still can drive my car cross country, not a big deal. But the 19-inch is gonna give me a little bit better range, and it's gonna give me a better road comfort of driving the car. It's gonna absorb the bumps better. So you got to think about that. If you're going to tow something like a jet ski or a very small boat or something, you've got $1,000 for the tow hitch. And I'll tell you this, if you're thinking about needing a tow hitch, don't get an aftermarket one put on this car. Get it with Tesla. Just let them integrate it into the build process and be done with it. You're not going to have any issues or anything like that, you know, kind of the craftsmanship of the product you'd buy aftermarket and the installation of it. I would just add it on if you're going to order it and be done with it. You can always keep it hidden and never use it, or whatever you may want to do. Okay, so now comes the interior color. You've got the all black, and then you have the black and white, which is $1,000 upgrade. So here's what you got to think. What makes the most sense for you and your family, right? If it's just you, white seats, and you love white in a car, then get the white seats. Just you and your wife, same thing. If you have young kids, you may want to really kind of think through do you want white seats with younger kids? The white seats, I'll tell you, scare the heck out of me. They just do. I think they're beautiful. They look the best, but they just scare the heck out of me. So I've always done the white. Now, I wish that they had this in the cream like the Model S. That would really look nice. And I would go more for the cream than I would the white, but unfortunately you don't. Also remember, all black, there's no extra charge. $1,000 charge for the black, for the white seats. Okay? Now, this right here to me is just, I don't know. I have a hard time spending $6,000 extra to navigate on autopilot, auto lane change, auto park summons, and smart summons, or I definitely have a problem paying $15,000 for full self-driving capability when it's not even out and it may still be years away. You don't know. I mean, I can tell you, this is my 6th Tesla, my first Model Y, and the first 3 or 4 Teslas, I ordered it with the full autopilot, full self-driving, whatever you want to call it. Never once did I use it. Going all the way back to the very first one I bought, that you had that option of buying it. Never once did we use it. Playing on the interstate and stuff, whatever. It just never worked. I think regular autopilot in these cars are great. I think once that they have everything out there and fully functioning and you can see it, then maybe do the monthly charge as you need it, really. If you want it for a month because you're doing heavy traveling, do that, turn it off. Come back a year later, you're going on a long vacation, maybe do another month of service. But I just can't see to spend $15,000 on full self-driving capabilities, or even $6,000 right now. I just don't think it's worth it. I love it. I think it's cool. It's a cool cool party trick in the car, but I just don't think it's worth it. Now, that's my opinion. That's nobody else's, and I'm not here to offend anybody whatsoever that loves this and is willing to be an early adopter and spend the money and wait for this. That is great. That's for you. I do that on a lot of other products that I own that I feel more passionate about from this standpoint. So these are just my own opinion. Okay, so now a wall connector. You're going to have to charge your car, right? So I would recommend to go ahead and get a wall connector, and then you'll pay, some local electrician to come in and run the power into your garage or basement or whatever it might be. But at the least, buy the wall connector. I love the mobile connector. I think it's cool. And maybe you choose the mobile connector and maybe throw it in your car when you leave to go out of town. Maybe that's the right way. I didn't order a mobile connector. I've had the Tesla wall connector for years, so I was prepared. So that's something to think about. But either way, you're going to have to charge your car, and you're going to need to charge it more than being just on 110, volt outlet, or you're going to need the 240 volt outlet, a dryer outlet in your garage to really charge this thing properly. I charge mine at night. We get a discounted rate through Alabama Power. It starts charging at 9 o'clock at night. And while I'm sitting around the house sleeping, the thing's charging, preparing for the next morning. If you put it on a 110 outlet, you're talking trickle charging, and it's just going to take way, way too long. You will not have a good experience with this car. You'll be very frustrated. Promise me this from somebody that's owned 6 of these things. So there you have it. So to recap, we'll come back up. You've got the standard Model Y at $47,740. That's 279 miles of range. You can get the long range for $50,490. That's 330 miles of range. Or you can get the Model Y Performance at $54,490, and that's 303 miles of range. So all this really is going to come, to land on your shoulders as to what your budget is, what the range of your car, you know, what the range you need that suits your lifestyle. If that's heavy traveling, if that's just city life driving, or whatever the case may be, you need to make that decision. Also, you know, comment below if you have any questions on this video, and we'll definitely get them answered for you. You know, if you have something that I maybe did not cover or what have you. Again, look at the $7,500 tax credit. See if it meets your income. You know, as far as if you're 150,000, you know, a 300,000 jointly, 225,000 for head of households, or, you know, so you may be past 150,000 and this won't help you. You may be, you know, you and your spouse may be over 300,000. It's not going to help you. So just kind of think about that, and, you know, and just kind of weigh in, you know, will you be getting this incentive or not? And order as quick as you can, because next year this could change. And then, you know, the Model Y, it talks about how much, you know, estimation of your electricity. I think we're at 14 cents or something like that. So you just have to look and see, you know, and then again, you know, if you look at this one, let's go back. Let's choose the Model Y here, and then let's look at your options here, and then we'll go here. So if you did the Model Y and you were able to get the $7,500, skip this $6,000 mess. I don't know why they do this. You know, if you're gonna get a loan or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be, just don't factor in this. This is just, I don't know, it's just a feel-good thing. So take your $47,740, subtract out your $7,500, and that's basically what you're going to get, plus the destination fee of $1,390, which they have gone up on that, looks like. So that's how I would do it. And then I think you'll come up to the conclusion to the car that makes the best sense for you and your family's lifestyle, or just you single. So yeah, so that's the car. Those are your three options. Pick the way you want it, follow your budget, follow your range. Again, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but I just don't think that enhanced autopilot, and especially not full self-driving capability, means anything in these cars right now until Tesla sorts this thing out, and who knows how much longer it's going to be. You know, always coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. They can't tell you when. So there you go. Do your own research, and you'll make the right decision in your car. All right, guys, there you have it. So hopefully, going through the configurator together for your Model Y, we have figured out what's the best one for you that meets your needs for yourself, maybe your lifestyle and or your family. So please like, subscribe, ring that bell. It definitely helps out the channel. Hopefully I answered a lot of your questions. If not, please link below or comment below those questions, and I'll hope to get them answered, or maybe some other YouTuber will be able to answer them for you. So until the next video, make it a great day, and God bless.